One thing I like to do for myself and for anyone I'm training is instruction of drop sets and why they're so important. So this for me is a heavy weight, and I was aiming to get it for like 5 or 6 times. I ended up getting it for 6. I almost got it for 7, and that's fine. And when I'm done with this set, because I still have some more gas in the tank, I'm gonna do, come on. I'm gonna do another set and then another set, because my muscle hasn't been depleted. It can't continue to lift this weight, but it could still continue to lift a weight. And it gets me closer to my goal, which is ultimately for myself and for others, is to maximize time. And to maximize time, you go to muscle failure, because muscle failure kind of helps you ensure that you're breaking your muscle down properly so that you can rebuild it back bigger and stronger. And I like to do this in as short of an amount of time as possible and hit as many muscle groups as possible. So here I'm demonstrating incline dumbbell presses, because these are training a lot of different body parts. It's a compound move. It's a very efficient compound move. You'll see now as I went from the hundreds to the 80s that on this second set, and this is an intermediary set, I used to just cut it in half and that would be my drop set. Now I'm doing 3 steps to finish, and see how low I'm trying to get. And I'm trying to get a really good stretch at the bottom. I learned this from Dr. Mike Israetel, over and over repeating, saying, stretch it out at the bottom, even pause sometimes, and then get it back up. So I'm digging in really, really hard in that second set. I think I just grabbed 7 reps. Okay, here I am, as fast as I can just get those weights out of my hand and get the new weights into my hand is as fast as I'm doing my next set. If it were barbells, it would be as fast as it would take me to strip the weight. Okay, so now I'm at half. So I went from 100 to 80 to 50. With these 50s, okay, and so this is half of your initial weight. You can take these eccentric, downward, negatives, whatever you want to call them, real slow or not, but really try to pause at the bottom and get that deep stretch if you're able to. If you have shoulder pain or tricep pain or some other kind of pain in this exercise, obviously don't do this part. But I actually look at this like last set, like it's a stretch along with really digging into the muscles. Like this hurts really bad right here because it's a weight that I can kind of do again, and then I can kind of do it again, and I feel like I can kind of go infinitely. And so I do. I go literally as long as I can until absolutely, positively, no longer safely doing one more rep. And sometimes that takes 5, sometimes that takes 18. Like I lost count of what I'm even doing here. I just went till failure. Yeah, so think about it like that. Think about it's like one long set that you can continue to do, or it's forced reps that you don't have a spotter to help you with, right? If you have a spotter, then, doing these extended drop sets aren't really as necessary. But if you don't have a spotter and you're just on your own and you want to continue on, you want to get the feeling of what it's like to get a forced rep, well, that's a lot of forced reps. Most people would stop at a certain number. I'm going to do 100-pound dumbbells, and if I can do them 6 times, I'm just going to stop there. But on your last set, why not? Why not just go total destruction? And to be honest, after I was done with those 3, I jumped on the floor and did deficit push-ups. So I put the 50-pound dumbbells on the floor and I did push-ups so that my chest could go below the plane of like flat to the floor, just by an inch or so. And I did a bunch of those, and then I followed those with dumbbell pullovers. But I didn't need to illustrate that in the video, but just so you know, it can continue on down. It doesn't have to stop at any set number. Whatever your nasty drop set's gonna be, it's gonna be. Some days you want to do more, some days you wanna do less. But if you leave there with total destruction on your muscles and you feel like you got a really good pump and you feel like you've done the damage that you need to do in order to rebuild back bigger and stronger, then I think you did what you're supposed to do.